Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not reflect any affiliated organizations. This content is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional advice in any field, including but not limited to sports, healthcare, politics, esports, or music. Listeners should do their own research and consult professionals where needed. We make no guarantees about the accuracy of the information shared. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Rascals Lounge podcast.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, is a special day. We have a special guest. Let me tell you, this guy is tough and he is really, really good. He is a Valorant pro player. He is currently right now with Team Sentinels. And I'm going to tell you, his gamer tag, he goes by Reduxx. Okay. So guys, please welcome Reduxx. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Doing good. So the fans could get to know more about you. Can you just tell them how you pronounce your name, your full name?
All right. So my full name pronunciation is Yassin Aboulalazm.
Okay.
And people call me Dux. People call me Redux or Redux. It's whatever, to be honest. You can pronounce it whatever way you want.
Okay. Yassin is kind of easy. That's kind of
Yeah.
easy. Now, where are you actually from? What's your origin? What's your background? I mean, where are you from, actually?
Yeah. So I was born in Colorado. I
Okay.
moved to Jersey, and then currently now I'm living in LA.
Okay. So you're from what descendants, what race are you from?
Yeah. So I'm Egyptian and Moroccan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Egyptian and Moroccan. That's totally awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Have you traveled to Egypt and visit family and?
No, not yet, but in the future I'm planning to.
Okay, that's cool. And you can speak it and all this and
No.
no,
No Arabic, unfortunately, but
no. I was gonna teach me some bad words, man. That's good to know.
I'll learn in the future. I'll learn.
So, man, how things going for you these days? I mean, are you competing or what you doing?
Right now I'm competing with Qbert Academy, which is like Sentinels' academy team in
Okay.
Challengers. And I mean right now it's split 3, so we just made some roster changes. We're looking to just grind it out right now. Win split 3 is the plan. And hopefully that plan comes to fruition.
Okay, so you're in the academy, yeah. Wildcard. When I was with Wildcard, I was part of the org. I wasn't, a player, but we had academy team as well. People call it Challenger League or something like that, So it's one step to go up to be in the main stage. Now they could pick you up anytime. I mean, weren't you like main with Oxygen back then?
Yeah, so previously before Sentinels, I was like 2 years ago, kind of like a little less than 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I was 15 years old and I was on the bench for OXG because I wasn't old enough to play. You have to be 16 to play. So then I turned old enough. I competed with OXG for a year and a half, and that's where like a lot of my growth came from. We had a lot of notable achievements on OXG, and after unfortunately our season ended early, I signed with Sentinels in October.
Okay. So you got to meet Adam Morrison from OXG?
Oh yeah, Adam Morrison, Murphy Vandervelde, those guys were the goats. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Adam is a friend. He follows me on Twitter. We chat back and forth. Yeah, he's really, really cool guy. Really cool guy.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. So how is it that it all began for you? How it all started? Take us to where like, okay, I started playing Nintendo. How is it you got into gaming first of all?
So I'd have to. Okay, so when I was like super young,
Mm-hmm.
I think I started playing like Minecraft, like just single player. and like
Okay.
sometimes some multiplayer. I would just play like servers. I play mini games. I also had a Nintendo DS. I played Pokemon, I think like Black Zekrom. I forget like the exact name of it, but I'm pretty sure that was like the game I was playing. And I mean, ever since then, I kind of just like fell in love with gaming. I got like my first ever like desktop when I was 10 years old, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I mean, I just played video games all the time. And eventually it got to a point where Fortnite came out, and I was like, a friend of mine from school actually told me about Fortnite, so I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And I fell in love with Fortnite for a good 2.5, 3 years.
Wow. So you didn't fall in love with Call of Duty then?
I definitely played Call of Duty, but the thing is, like, I played Black Ops 1, but like
Hmm.
when Black Ops 1 was out, I was like 5 years old, so I wasn't like that good at it.
Oh, okay.
But like I
Okay.
still played some Black Ops 1. It was pretty fun. I like the zombies, Kino der Toten,
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah, the classics. Yeah, this it is fun. See, when I got into gaming, I was into like Nintendo and then all this stuff, and then I just worked my way up and getting the Xbox.
Oh yeah, the
And
Xbox 360.
yeah, well, the first one that came out, just the original Xbox, and then I got the 360 afterwards, and got into the Call of Duty because it was a big tug of war because it was a battle between Halo and Call of Duty. So I really liked Halo a lot as well.
Yeah.
It was really, really fun. And even like the story mode, it was great. And then somebody said, you got to try Call of Duty. And when I tried Call of Duty, I fell in love with it. I was like, okay, this is fun. Now I'm not
Yeah.
playing, animated, characters. This is more realistic, so called, war. And then I played the 1, the 2, the 3. I remember waiting out in GameStop at 12 o'clock so they could open until I could get the game. Now everything is digitally downloaded, so you don't have to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then from Call of Duty, then I jumped into Battlefield, and I just got really hooked on that. Thing is, I had to do everything, via console. I wasn't too much of a PC gamer. The only game I played on PC is Flight Simulator because I love flying.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah, it's really neat. The flying is like, it's like very peaceful. You get a good crew, and you're just out flying. You're not, you don't get toxic players on friggin' Flight Simulator. It's very rare you're gonna find somebody toxic in that game. So yeah, so I did that. Now you went on all the way, and you did everything on PC. You did some on console, then you went on PC. So on PC, you trying to compete on Fortnite? You trying to go up there? Because I think the bracket to get into Fortnite and competitive, you could be at 13 and up or 14 and up. There's an age.
Yeah, so I actually forgot I had an Xbox 360, but I had one for a while, and I loved it. I played it hella. So then I got my computer when I was 10, and around like 10, 11 is when I found out about Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I was too young to compete in that game, so the age requirement in Fortnite is 13 plus. I was like 11 when I was like trying to compete. Initially I wasn't, and then I kind of like just like fell in love with the game. So I kind of like got really good at it. I remember back in the day playing like solo squads when you could do that. I don't know, you probably still do that now, but like I'm just not good enough anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those were the days for sure.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like that great at Fortnite, but like I was like pretty decent. I was like, all right.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. I mean, my son plays Fortnite. He's very, very good at it. I tried Fortnite, but I just couldn't bear with a freaking building.
Yeah, I love
I
the
hate.
building.
Some people love it and they're like really good at it. Now, when they had the mode that you could play without building, then I said, okay, fine, I'll play it. But I building for me was just like I don't know. I just trying to with a controller and just trying to get good at it. It was a pain.
Yeah.
Some people just dominate it really good. So now after that happened, how did you went to Counter Strike? Because I know a lot of players were in Counter Strike first, and then they went to Valorant. So how do you got up to Valorant?
Yeah, so towards like the end of my like Fortnite time, I was starting to fall like a little bit out of love with the game. I just didn't really like the updates they were making to the game, and overall it just overall just wasn't fun for me. So I was still playing Fortnite, but I started playing like other games. Like I played Counter-Strike for only like 1,000 hours, and I'm pretty sure like 400 or 350 of those hours are just retake simulators.
Mm,
So like I just got like a feel for FPS games in that aspect. And then Valorant came out, the beta. I was dying so hard to get a key. I got one, and I thought I was just gonna take a break from Fortnite and play Valorant for a little bit. I ended up playing for like 4 or 5 months, and then I was like, okay, this is just gonna be my new game.
that happened to me too with Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I wasn't very heavily deep into Battlefield. There was one time in a ranking system I was on the top, I think 20 in the world and all this. Though you hit that marker, but then you only last like probably 5 hours because somebody will always take over. And then I tried Rainbow and I just got friggin' hooked,
Yeah.
very hooked on it because I like the it's like Valorant in a way. You got to play chess. You got to know where to stand, which angles to look at, where to hide. It's all strategy.
Yeah. I
It
tried Rainbow, and I couldn't play it casually. Like if I were to play that game, I'd have to play it like all the time because it's so hard.
it is it's so much to it, so much to it. One of the guys that is probably best in the world in Rainbow is named Chico.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, and when he was I'm sorry, when Valorant first came out, he was playing it, and everybody's like, "Oh wow," and he was like doing really good. I was like, "Man, I hope he doesn't switch over because everybody looks up to him, because he plays that good."
Yeah.
So yeah, Valorant. I'm gonna tell you, Counter Strike and Valorant, they're very much alike.
Yeah, for sure.
Their shooting styles, the way the mechanism. What is it that made you like, okay, I want to prefer Valorant over Counter Strike?
Well, um, I would say overall, like, I mean, I didn't know like too much about Counter-Strike like competitive scene at the time, but I just knew that like the NA scene was pretty dead. I love the game, but Valorant was just like unique in a sense where instead of pieces of utility and it's like set pieces of utility, it's the same thing every round, every game. It's like Valorant is like every round or like a lot of rounds are super unique. There's just so many like abilities. I mean now it got to a point where there's a little bit too much abilities, but they nerfed Teo a little bit, so thank God. But yeah, I just loved Valorant. I loved how unique it was. It was also like a new game, and it was supported by Riot, so I was just hoping, it maybe it takes me somewhere. I was playing for fun initially, but I played ranked a lot, and tens was like my aspiration at the time. He was like the first Radiant in the world or something, or I guess he was the first Valorant in the world because that's what the rank was called at the time. So that was like my first goal. I just wanted to get Radiant, and I hit it when I was like 13 years old. So then at that point, I started getting like some recognition a little bit, just a tiny amount of recognition. So that's when I like kind of like actually sparked my drive for competing.
So what's the top rank on Valorant? What's it called?
It's Radiant. Originally in beta, it was called Valorant because they didn't have a name for it.
Oh, okay. So you go, what is it, gold or you go copper, bronze? How is it?
I believe Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Plat, Diamond, Descendant, Immortal, and Radiant.
Jeez. Yeah, you got quite a bit. Same thing with Rainbow. They
Yeah, it's
just
a
name it a
grind.
little bit different. They just call it, copper, bronze, silver, gold. And then you get, platinum, emerald now, and then champion. It's the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what rank are you right now? Radiant, I assume, right?
Yeah, Radiant.
Gosh, man. I'm going to tell you what. I'll be really sincere with you.
Mm.
I saw you on YouTube. I saw how you play. If I was ever to go against you, I would have to break my PC and crush it in half. Bro, you are freaking phenomenal.
I appreciate it.
I mean, I was like, oh my God, this guy is acing every freaking time. What the heck? They call you the human freaking Terminator. I mean, I don't know, man. It's like, how is it? I was like, when I see you just like snipe this guy, kill him, boom, boom. I was like, okay, that guy's raging. I know 100% he's raging deep inside. He's gotta be. I mean, geez, do you? I mean, is there a trick that you use that you do like daily routine on the mouse to make you like get these shots so accurate, man?
Yeah, so for the first like year and a half of me playing Valorant, I would like aim labs a lot, but like I would kind of like aim labs like too much. Like I would do like at least an hour a day, like every day for like a year straight. But it's a little too much. Like your wrist is not supposed to go through that. So I had to like chill it down a little bit, and now I do like 10 to 15 minutes of aim labs, sometimes 20 minutes, like a few times a week, and it's going pretty well for me right now.
Also, you do just 2 times. Was it affecting you for doing it too much?
Yeah, I mean not like a lot or like a major thing, but like obviously like my wrist was like I guess like cramping a little bit, or it
Mm,
was like just sore. It just like kind of like imagine like going to the gym and hitting the same like muscle
yeah,
group like every single time you go to the gym and you don't take a rest break. Like that's kind of like how it was.
yeah. You don't want to get carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
It can affect your wrist, and then you're gonna be one of my buddies. That's a pro. Was with Team Sonic. He had carpal tunnel. He DM'd me in
Yeah.
private. Said, "Dude, I got this. What should I do?" And I'm like, "Man, I don't know too much." See, I work in the medical field,
Yeah.
so but I'm more into the cardiology and EKGs and all this stuff. And so he thought that I kind of knew what what he could do to help out. I said, "Listen, go to a doctor. You need to go to a doctor because honestly, that right there is out of my scope." Oxygen was your first team, you said, right?
Yeah.
First organization, and then now it was Sentinels. And I know Sentinels not for Valorant, but I know them for Halo. I know a couple people that were in Halo. Sentinels.
Yeah. I mean, overall, Sentinels has supported me like since I've signed with them, even a little bit before I signed with them.
Mm-hmm.
My first experience with them was I was subbing for them. Well, I say subbing, but like they were gonna sign me or when I went to Seattle with them. But obviously, like, I still wanted to do well because like if I shit the bed and then they sign me, it's like it looks like charity at that point. But
Sure.
I played pretty decent. I played all right. I got a cool little ace, another like clip on Icebox. We came back versus YFP, so that was awesome. Yeah, I mean, I would say so far, I mean, Sentinels has treated me like amazingly. I have like nothing bad to say about them.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, they're a really good organization, man.
Yeah, they're like a family over here, to be honest.
Oh, how many scrims and how many practices you do a day?
So I do like 4 or 5 scrims overall, like probably around like 7 hours right now. Per day we do like 5, sometimes 6 days a week, depending.
5 to 6 scrims a week?
Days a week I'm scrimming.
Oh man, that's a lot.
Yeah, but like if you think about it as like a job, like
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
it's like it's I would say the standard amount for a job.
Wow. That's crazy, man. It is. I mean, you guys, all my friends that are pros and stuff like that, they just pull in so much freaking hours. So much hours.
Yeah.
And the only way I could communicate with them is on Discord. I DM them, hey, what are you doing? I'm on Instagram. I'll reach out back to you. And they get done at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, geez. They just like, it's all they do, man. Just playing, playing, playing. But, at the end, it pays out. At the end of the day, it
Yeah,
pays out.
it
So
does.
that's kind of good, man. You got into Valorant. So you see Valorant still hanging in there? Because some people were saying Valorant is dying. And I was like, okay, either that is conspiracy. There's people just always put out rumors. And I'd say, I don't think it's dying. Actually, I think it's doing really, really good.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's dying. I would just say like Challengers was neglected, and I don't think anyone can argue with that for sure.
Mhm.
Challengers was like without a doubt neglected. Um, right now Challengers is just, I'll be honest, this is not in a good spot. Uh, maybe Riot will have plans for it for the future, which I hope they do. I mean Riot, I mean overall, I would say like when there's an issue, at some point they do confront it and they do find a solution for it. So I do have to say respect to Riot for that. But overall, no, Valorant's not dying.
Okay, good. Good. I don't want it to because I mean it's such a phenomenal game. I love watching it,
Yeah.
especially competitive. I love to see it. I don't understand a lot of stuff, but I really like it. I tried the game myself, and I was just getting crushed. And I was getting beat by the lowest rank of the lowest. And I was making those people feel good. They were feeling like they were at a level of radiant. So they were like, man, this guy is easy to beat. But I always put out a message, guys. I'm new. I don't know anything about this game. I'll put it up, on the chat box, and I just tell the truth. Listen. I'm a Rainbow Six Siege guy. This is new to me, and you know what? It was really incredible. Everybody was very welcoming. Hey, welcome to the game. Welcome. Don't worry, we got you. And I remember I was playing once, and one guy said, "What are you doing, dude?" And then people will say, "Hey, chill. He's new to the game. This is his first day. He's from Rainbow Six Siege." So,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, "Oh, okay, no worries." I didn't play. I wasn't playing a ranked match. I think it was just a casual or something
Yeah,
like that.
unrated.
Unranked, yeah, unranked. So I played that, because I wasn't trying to get into rank, but I just wanted to have fun, and it was really, really fun. And which is really funny because Rainbow put out an operator called Sense. Sense is one of like your guys' character that throws this curtain. It blocks. It's like a lot. I think is you guys have like a purple curtain, right?
ISO wall, I
Yeah,
think.
like a wall. Yeah. But this guy named Sense, he does the same thing. He throws like this little wall and but it's green. And everybody's like, that's from Valorant. They're cheating. It's copying from Valorant. So I was like,
Well,
okay.
to be fair, Valorant steals ideas too, so we can't really like say, who is the original one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of these games have, certain things from other games that look very similar. Wow, man. So right now you've been grinding hardcore on Valorant for like let's say how many years? You're 17, you said?
18 now.
18 now. So you've been grinding real hard like 3 years?
Yeah. Well, actually longer than that. Valorant came out in 2020, so 5 years now.
5 years dedicated to this game.
Going strong.
Going strong, and look where you're at now, man. You think pretty soon they're gonna pick you up to go into the main? It's five of you guys, right?
Yeah, so on a like complete roster, it would be 5 players and one head coach and 1 to 2 assistant coaches, depending on, what the coaching
Okay.
staff wants to do.
Wow. That's crazy. So, has there ever been a time like, hey, we need you to be part of the main on T1?
Um, Not yet. Sentinels, they're doing great right now, so um, I'll have to just wait and see where my path is gonna take me. I mean, I have good people around me, so I trust them, and
Yeah.
maybe you'll see me in tier 1 next year.
I have a feeling you will be, man. I have a feeling. I mean, you just don't know because a lot of times, a lot of these pro players, and another org reaches out and say, "Hey, man, you still want to stay in the Challenger League? You still want to be an academy? I've got you here for the main stage. Be a T1 player." And some of them are like, "Sure, let me see the contract." And if it goes good and the money's there, see ya. They know
Yeah.
you. It's just that's how sports is all about. Even basketball players, football players go through that. You think they're gonna renew and stay, and then all of a sudden you notice, hey, they just got picked up by another team. So one of the things that I see a lot of times, and I don't know how is it with you personally. A lot of these pro players, they love it, right? They love the competitiveness. They love to compete. They love to be part of an organization, but they feel like they're on eggshells. Like they don't know that day could be their last day or they could get replaced and stuff like that. You ever feel like, man, it's tough out there? Do you feel that pressure constantly? Like, man, if I don't keep up giving this 150%, all the time, I'm sure bound to like in no time they'll just, replace me or exchange me, trade me for another team.
So very fortunately, I was never in the position where I felt like I was gonna get cut, but maybe one day in the future, I mean, depending on how long my esports career will be, I think maybe at some point, that could happen. But I think so far, with when it comes to pressure, I've handled it overall pretty well. So I think I'll handle it when,
Yeah,
if the time comes.
you'll be good. This is something that I told, all my buddies, and I'm going to give you the same advice. The good thing that you're doing is that you're streaming. You're a streamer. Okay, let
So
me tell you,
here
there's a
and there,
bit
here and there.
here and there. But you know what? The more you're out there, the more you're known, the more people know who you are, they're gonna follow you. And then once they follow you, they're gonna be very loyal and they're gonna stick with you. And then you're into streaming, they're gonna be watching you every single day, every single time you turn on, and that's another source of income. Because I know some people that make wild money. I can't
For
disclose it,
sure.
but they make really freaking good money. Let me put it this way: they made more money now than what they did. They were competing
Uh-huh.
because now they're selling merchandise, they're selling T-shirts, they're selling all this, their hats. They just make sure they got a really awesome logo. They get somebody to design, all their stuff for them,
For
and
sure,
they're
yeah.
just making freaking wild money. And I'm like, wait 1 second, this guy wasn't even that good in freaking Rainbow or good in Halo, but he's making tons. And he's also now, so now that you're in the pro scene, you doing what you got to do, get your name out there, because there's an age limit because that once you receive at a certain age, your eye coordination and reflections and all this and looking left and right, it slows down. So this is why a lot of these organizations like to pick younger kids because they could capture stuff a lot faster than they do somebody's a lot older. So and that happens a lot in other sports. They're like, okay, this guy is hitting that age, his response time is a lot slower. Let me go ahead and just, you know, start looking around.
Yeah, I do have like a little bit of a different opinion about that.
Okay.
I would say so like for an example of like players who kind of hit their prime when they were a little bit older was like Astralis and Counter-Strike when I think they went to like 4 majors in a row or something and won 3 of them or won 4, I'm not sure exactly, but I think majority of the players on that team were 26, 27 at the time. So I would say like
Oh, but that's not old. I'm talking about in their 30s.
30s, yeah, for sure, yeah. 30s, yeah.
Yeah, 26, that's that's baby. I wish
I
I
mean,
was
yeah, but like in esports now, like people view 26, 27, like 28 as like unk now, even though
Oh,
I don't,
really?
yeah, I don't think so.
Get out of here. No
Yeah,
freaking way, man.
but yeah, I would just say like when you hit 30, 29, around that age,
Yeah,
it's less of a question of like, are you still good enough and more, do you still have the passion to do it? Do you still have
correct.
the
Correct.
drive? Because, you could still show up and put in like, the bare minimum, but you need to be playing ranked on your off time. You need to be VOD reviewing on your off time or, doing like all the work that you need to do when you were in your prime. And, some people as they age, they also get other responsibilities that are more important than Valorant. And it's just like kind of like life in that sense.
You're 100% correct. Yeah, I always thought, my thing, the age is like when they're in their 30s, 31s, 32s, if they still, want to be grinding. But you're totally right. There's different responsibilities come in into life, and then if you have a girlfriend and then she wants to get married, all this stuff, then a lot of things change. This is why I always, tell my friends, save your freaking money. Save your money because down the road you may want to like go study. I know one guy, he accomplished what he wanted. He wanted to win a major. He won a major. He was a coach. He won the major. He took this team. It was a challenger team on R6, and they won the Challenger League that year undefeated.
Wow.
Undefeated. And then once they went undefeated, of course, these organizations, these other teams were picking up the players. But what was really particular that this group, when they played together, they were unstoppable. And then they won. They split up, of course. One of them got picked up by other orgs and all this, and it was pretty fun. It was really neat, how it worked out. But I told them all, hey, save your money. But what he did to coach, he went ahead and he says, I'm going to study something in the medical field. He's studying, but he saved up quite a bit of his money.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times they just go broke and then they think this is gonna last forever, and then you're like, man, dude, you just went freaking wild. You bought yourself a real expensive vehicle. Do you really need that Corvette? You could have just went with something simple, takes you back and forth. So now do you have plans to like later on, like, okay, I want to do this, I want to continue in this field, probably be a commentator afterwards, or do you plans to go to college, or what's about that with you?
Um, so things could change. I don't know what my mindset will be in a few years or several years from now. But I think eventually I'll probably go back to, or I'll start college, and maybe get a degree, or maybe because, let's say if I'm in the industry for a lot longer, maybe I'll land a job just because of, my experience in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Or, it could just be like something completely random, like I'll like I'll become like a florist and open up a flower shop, maybe. Who knows? I mean,
I can see you selling flowers, man. That'd be so funny.
but yeah, I mean, I haven't put like too much thought into it, just because like you can only plan for so like close in the future
Yeah,
or so much in the future, because things always change. Life is
that's
like pretty
true.
unpredictable in that sense.
It is. So what do you do in your spare time, man? Once you're out, I mean, not playing. Do you have any hobbies? Do you?
So right now I've just been like after practice I'll go to the gym. And then occasionally I'll go hang out with like friends like in the industry. So like my ex-teammate Mitch or Bonker, like I'll hang out with them sometimes. Um, and from C9, he's also very cool, so I'll hang out with him sometimes. But yeah, like sometimes I'll just hang out with some friends. Or I'll just play ranked. I don't know. I don't really do much outside of Valorant.
Really?
Just
Dang.
gym.
You don't
Maybe
even
I'll
skateboard? You don't even ride bikes or anything?
nah,
None of that stuff?
nah,
No
nothing.
fishing?
Fishing. Maybe in the future, who knows?
In the future. Okay, so you play Angry Birds on
Yeah,
your phone.
basically. Yeah.
It's you game everywhere on your phone. I
Oh,
mean,
wait. I actually let me show you something.
yeah. Oh, he got the Game Boy.
Yeah, look at
Pokemon.
that.
There you go.
Pokemon Fire Red.
There you go. Talking about Pokemon, man. You saw the new Nintendo?
I actually did not, but a lot of people were like lining up outside the shop for it, so it's gotta be crazy.
Bro, it's sick. My stepson bought it and it is freaking wild. It's power. This time they made sure that I think it's the same equivalent power to the Xbox Series S.
Mm.
So the graphics is insane, is really, really good. So, I mean, Nintendo games don't usually require that much, like they need like all these powerful GPUs or whatever.
Yeah.
And they design it in a way that their games are going to be running perfect. Now, they have some games there, I mean, that are really, really nice, but I'm gonna tell you that sucker is like it's sick. I saw it. I was like, man, this is nice. I even want one for myself that I could just take with me and play. 'Cause I just find it really, really cool. These portable games, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
It,
it's the best thing ever.
it is sick, yeah. I
Yeah.
just I'm getting more into the Pokemon series because I was into it as a kid, but I just never like dived like really deep into it.
Now you get into the cards as well. Pokemon cards and trading cards, or no?
When I was a kid, yes, but like they're just so expensive.
my son, my son is freaking crazy over Pokemon cards. I mean, he just loves Pokemon.
Yeah.
And he has this one I think costs like $500.
Yeah,
Like
that's fire.
Charizard or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really, really cool. I was like, he says, Dad, you can't touch that. And I was like, what is it? No, not that card. So he bought this little we got him this little case for it that you just put the card inside of a clear block to protect it. And you gotta screw it. It's really, really neat.
Uh,
So he loves that friggin' Pokemon. I mean, I like the story mode of it. I mean, it's really, really neat. It's freaking cool. That and Zelda. He played Zelda too. You play Zelda?
I think I played the game like on the Wii way back
Hmm.
in the day, but like I remember like nothing from that game to be honest.
Jeez. Dang, man. Now, now you're done with school and everything, right?
Yeah, I'm graduated from high school.
Okay. Okay. So now you're just concentrating on this. Now, when you're streaming, do you stream only on Twitch or do you stream on Kick or what else do you stream on?
I just stream on Twitch. That's where like my following for streaming wise is like, that's where people know I stream on, so I'll just stay streaming on Twitch. But I hope Twitch verifies me one day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, there's pros and cons on Twitch. I mean, Kick is doing pretty good lately. They're picking up. I mean, you could do multi-platform. Just so you know, you could do multi-platform because there's people that do Twitch, they do Kick, they do YouTube,
TikTok as well.
TikTok. That's how Jinxie became really popular. I don't know if you heard of him.
Yeah.
Jinxie, yeah. One of his buddies that he plays in really good. Stomping. He follows me and I try to chat with him, but he's so freaking busy. It's like I don't. It's like forget it. I can't talk to you, man. You're way too busy. Their agendas there. They gotta always keep everybody entertained. Because that's another responsibility. Because once you become really deep into streaming, it's like having another job. I mean, you just got to put in the hours. You got to make sure you're, doing something new, getting the fans to keep watching you. Because if not, if they find you boring or they find you like you're not excited, they just start looking elsewhere. It's really
Yep.
crazy. It's really crazy, man.
For sure.
You have a car now, or you don't, or you?
Currently no. I don't think it's worth to have a car in LA. I just
Right?
don't
It's
even.
like having a car in New York. Like, why? I got the train, subway, and all this stuff.
Yeah, or I guess like the new method here is like Waymo now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like self-driving like cars, but it's like kind of like Uber. It's kind of crazy.
That's weird. It's called Wemo?
Yeah.
That's weird. I never heard of that.
Yeah, I think it's like just a new thing.
Dang. Wow. You're in LA. I got a friend of mine. He's he's a Halo player, and he's a semi-pro, really freaking good. I mean, one of the best in Halo. And what's really crazy, he never got picked up. He never got picked up, and it wasn't because he wasn't good. It was because the orgs allowed the players to recruit other players, and they were basically recruiting their own friends.
Yeah. It happens a lot.
Happens a lot, man. And then people were like saying, "Why didn't you get this guy? He's ranked number 1 in the world." And he is like phenomenal. And then they just like, "No, I'm gonna recruit a buddy of mine. I know him for many years." And they don't win. They start losing, and then that's when I go ahead and I just rub it in their faces on Twitch, not on Twitch, on Twitter or X, you call it.
Yeah.
I say, "See, this is what you get. You're not thinking. You're not recruiting out of what is going to fit best for the team and what's going to make you win games, because that's what you want. You want to win, because if you're losing, that's not good."
Exactly, 100%.
Now, I saw that you selected your own 5 for your academy, right?
Yes and no. So I selected the core, and as a core, we made decisions together.
Yeah, but you got some really good players. I was like, wait, this guy's. I heard of him. What was his name? Nipso?
Nismo? Yeah.
Nismo. Yeah, he's pretty well known.
Yeah, he's a goat. He's like probably top 3 teammates I've ever had, to be honest. I love him.
Jeez, is he the oldest in the group, or he's?
Yeah, he's Unk. He's 31, I believe, yes.
There you go. You call him Unk again. 31. That's freaking young. That's the new thing, Unk. I gotta learn these slangs, brother. I don't know it. I remember the first time when I found out what the meaning of sick was. I was like, and then no cap. And I was like, I had to talk to my kids. I go, man, I'm so out of date on this. What does no cap mean? I'm thinking about like cap of a bottle cap. And they're
Yeah.
like, no cap means you're lying. I'm not lying. I was like, oh, okay. I said, don't switch it now. And then when I'm with my kids, we're out and I say, hey, no cap, they're like, Dad, we don't say that no more. I was like, what? You change it now? Yeah. Or if I say, oh, that's sick, Dad, we don't say that much anymore. You can say it, but don't say it too much. I'm like, oh God. So now the thing is Unk. That's cool. I mean, if he's doing phenomenal, he's doing good, man. Props to you guys.
Yeah, he's great. He's I would say like one of the veterans on the team. So
Really?
he like I think every team needs someone who has a lot of experience, and that's Nismo for us.
Correct. I mean, you do because how are you gonna learn? I mean, you learn through going through the desert, learn where to go, and having somebody like that could guide you and teach you guys like, okay, hey, listen, go here. No, once you go and see yourself in this situation, do this. It's gonna help you out. Because I learned from my mistakes. I've been through it. I've been in these situations that you just don't know what to do. You're cornered. You got one guy to the left, one guy to the right. What are you gonna do? This other guy's coming up. He's gonna jump over on the top ledge, and then he's gonna fire at you. What are you gonna do? You're in a corner.
Yeah.
So have you been in situations like that you were like, okay, wait 1 second, I'm backed up, I'm by myself, I got 3 people I gotta kill, if I don't, I'm gonna die, and then you ended up winning it, clutching it out?
Yeah, like there definitely has been some like in matches, definitely some like rounds that I thought were unwinnable, and then I was just like, if I don't, I have to do this, or else we're just gonna lose anyway. And then I did it, and then we ended up winning the round. So that's like the greatest feeling, or one of the greatest feelings.
Yeah. Is it when you're in those moments, do you feel like a kamikaze, like, okay, I'm gonna go, I know I'm gonna die, screw it, that means just I'm not gonna have any fear because I'm just gonna go? You think that once that fear is out of your chest, it's like that's when you perform the best?
Yeah, I would say it's like the confidence. You just gotta be confident. You gotta play to dictate the game instead of like letting them dictate the game. You have to be the one in control, and when you're in control, it's kind of just domination.
Wow. Well, you freaking dominate, bro, because I seen you play, man. Like I said, I was to ever go against you, my breaking everything, breaking the monitor, throwing the PC out the window, because I would literally just rage and quit the game. Because man, there was a moment I saw you, like you were just standing right there, and you just like in an instant, you had that cursor right on that guy's head. He just peeked like this, and boom! I was like, "What the heck? This is impossible!" And then, not that the guy that was next to him that came out to fight, you also took him out.
Yeah.
He was like, "I'm gonna take you and your wife." And took them both out. I was like, "Damn, Redux is freaking insane." I mean, like insane. Wow. So who are the people that kind of like inspired you? Like you like, okay, this guy I look up to, I want to be like this guy, and even better.
So initially, when I was like before I had a taste of what FPS competing like looked like being on a team,
Mm-hmm.
it was Tens just because he was just mechanically just so good. So my mechanics, I would say, were inspired by Tens. Also a little bit of Ye when what's it called? When he was during his prime when he was like playing insane on Chamber. So
Mm-hmm.
I learned like high sense, I learned low sense, and then when it came to a team environment, fortunately on OXG I had an amazing coach. Bonker, I would say, was like I still look up to him. He's just like there's really nothing negative to say about him. He's just a machine. He's just insane. And he kind of made me understood what it takes to win.
Wow. And now you got one in your team that's
Damn
with
right.
you. So, jeez. You got it made, man. You got it made. I could tell when a person is playing with a lot of knowledge in there and, in their style. And I could tell about that about you. Because the way you're playing the tactic, the way your decision, you just don't rush into things. You think about everything, the angles, where to go, what to do. Should I go here? Should I not? Let me just think about this. Let me go on this side. And it just lets me know that, okay, you're analyzing, you're taking the stuff that you learn, the experiences, and then you're gathering it and you go for the kill. It's freaking wild, man. I'm telling you, man, I don't know how you do it.
A
I don't
lot
know
of
how you do it.
hours.
Lot of hours, man. No girlfriend yet?
I have a girlfriend.
Okay, there you go. Good for you, man. you, man, I'm happy to know that because I mean, be stuck on the computer a lot, so many hours. You need a break. You need to go to the movies, eat some popcorn. Is
Yeah, of
she a gamer
course.
as well, or
No.
she's not?
No.
Opposite attracts. You know how it is. Opposite attracts. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy that she's not a gamer because usually a lot of these guys they always choose a gamer girl. So she's a gamer girl. She likes the game. She streams and all this and that. I go, really? Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, I mean that's a good thing. You have love life as well. Because sometimes you need a break from freaking gaming.
For sure, yeah.
There's times that I had to take like a freaking week off, man, because I was just like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to. I don't want to game no more.
Breaks are necessary.
It is mental health, man, because even when you're out with your buddies, like, okay, guys, let's just like go have fun, let's go out for drinks, let's go eat, let's go watch a movie, just hang out and just get that stress out of your system because you guys have to have fun. Then once that happens, when you're playing with, it's a different type of vibe. You're having fun now instead of playing with stress.
For sure, yeah.
So what's up with the streaming? You're not streaming as much anymore, or you just stream once in a blue moon?
So streaming and competing at the same time is tiresome. Like, I could tell you
Correct.
without a doubt, if people are streaming and competing at the same time, it's kind of like split focus. You can't focus on both and put 100% into both at the same time. It's just not a thing. So right now, competing is my number one priority. I'm a competitor. It's all
Mm-hmm.
what I've always wanted to do. I stream here and there, when I have time, or when I want to, um, just to stream because it is good to stream. But like at the end of the day, I'm a competitor, and that's my number one priority right now. It's my number one priority for I would assume the next few years. And maybe one day I'll really like get into streaming. But during the off season, I'm sure I'll be streaming or like, when I have breaks and shit like that.
Yeah. When is your off season?
Um, well, last year we had a 5 month off season, but they changed, Riot changed the format for both Tier 1 and Tier 2. So I believe the format now is up until like September. Don't quote me on this, but I think around September or November is when the season ends. So instead of like a 5 month off season, it's like 1 month, 2 months, which is
Okay.
good. Depending on if teams make it to champs and they have longer, or if they don't make it to champs, I mean, they have a longer amount of time as an off season. Their season ends early, but yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Now, it's like what? How many months is it? Like 3 months or?
If they end early,
Yeah, is it like a 3 month period of off season?
yeah, I would say probably like three and a half.
Okay, and then you just go back home, visit family, be with your parents.
Yeah, I'll probably do that. I'll probably just go back home for a little bit.
I'll probably go to Universal Studios and Disney. I mean, well, California, you got Disneyland, I think, right? Yeah. You go there once in a while, or
Nah, honestly, I'm not like a vacation type guy. I don't know. I don't. I don't really like. Sure, like I'll go to the beach for a day or two, but like full vacations, I don't know. I just like. I don't really like just chilling around for like the whole day that long, like multiple days in a row. You know.
oh, I got you. I got you. So you're not into rides then?
Um, to amusement parks, nah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I've done it before, but like I just don't need to put my body through that stress, you know? Like,
Just only a different type of stress. This is gaming and Valorant. You rather put that stress in there.
yeah.
Wow, man. That's freaking awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, man, I know time is cutting soon here, and I know you got to practice, and you're currently right now competing, right? Right now you're in something, right?
Yeah, we're in challengers right now,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're looking to make Split 3. We're looking to make some achievements in Split 3 for sure.
Okay, I'm sure you're gonna do good, man. I know. I mean, this is your time, brother. It's your time.
I appreciate that.
The time that you're gonna go far and beyond. I know you're gonna keep on doing great. And I mean, sky's the limit, brother, because the way you play, you're like freaking phenomenal. I'm gonna be really sincere with you because I don't like to sugarcoat stuff, and I don't like to tell people, oh no, you're gonna do good, and honestly, they're not. I just tell people, just keep at it, keep doing, keep working, But when I see talent, I know talent. I know talent because I see it, and I can analyze it. The way you play, the way how you maneuver, how you do your stuff, brother. I mean, you're freaking good.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
I
I
appreciate
just
that a lot.
don't let your guard down. I mean, I had tons and tons of pros on my pod. I had pros from PUBG. I had pros from Rainbow. I had pros, on other games. And trust me, I know when somebody's really, really good. You're right there, man. You're just right there to hit that to your peak and become the next Messi of or Cristiano Ronaldo or Ronaldinho or freaking Valorant. You got it, brother. It's in you, man. You got it. You got the talent. You got the skills. You have the aim as the mindset. I mean, you're there, bro. You're there.
Hopefully. Right now, my focus, if I land a tier 1 like spot for the duelist role, then I would love to become like the best opper in the game and the best duelist for sure.
Well, you know what? I know you are. Not that you're gonna be. No, I know you are.
Hopefully,
I'm
hopefully.
talking to folks. I am talking to the number one Valorant player in the world. Mark my words. Reduxx. Remember him. Remember him. Trust me, he's that good. He is that good. Okay, brother. Well, I give everybody a minute so they could give, all their socials, where do people that could find you on X, Instagram. Tell everybody. Got a stage is yours, bro.
Uh, yeah, at not Redux on X. On YouTube, I think it's just Send Redux. Twitch, I think Redux Val. So if you want to catch a stream, it may be in a once in a blue moon, then you can catch me over there.
Folks, I want everyone to beg them. Please stream, please. Trust me, you're not going to regret it. This guy is freaking good. He is phenomenal. I don't think he's going to show you all his tricks because he's not going to do that. But, when you see him play, you're gonna see the difference. You're going to tell. And he's just relaxing. He's not giving 100%. He's just playing, with his pinky on the mouse. I mean, he's probably playing it left. Are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
He's using his left hand to beat everyone. Okay, trust me, he is freaking good, man. It's such an honor to have you on, man. Such an honor. Thank you so much, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man. Okay. Well, God bless you. And I know we'll keep in contact. And like I said, everyone, please follow him on his socials and on X. His is not Redux. It's really crazy. It's NOT Redux. REDUXX. Okay, folks, it's that time. Take care. God bless. Peace.
Thank you for listening to this episode on the Rascals Lounge podcast, and please don't forget to follow us on X and on your favorite podcast platform.